And I was quite successful in terms of acting, and also won a lot of awards as a teenager for singing. First place, New York State. So they had that, but not would I make the transition to professional life. And then when I did this thing with Sinatra, and she passed on by the time we finished filming, but she went knowing that, you know, you do your first thing with Sinatra, you figure you're going to be okay.
Going to be doing all right.
You're going to be okay a little bit.
What year was that?
1977.
1977.
And but this music, you know, it wasn't just about me wanting to do an album, Mike. It's Davi
did you always have
Sinatra.
music? Did you always have music in your life too?
Yeah.
So you always had music going on, and you were studying music then as well, right?
Oh yeah, as a kid. Yeah. And it wasn't just. I directed a film a couple of years ago with myself and Chaz Palminteri, Peter Bogdanovich, called The Dukes, about a doo-wop group that fell on hard times. I sang one song in the thing. It got 9 awards from international festivals, from the Rome Festival with Coppola, Sean Penn, Redford, Monte Carlo Festival of Comedy, the French Festival. But that's another story. A lot of stuff to talk about, but I wanted to concentrate on the music a second, only because it wasn't about me doing an album. Partly it was that, and it went to number 6 on Billboard Jazz, my first album, thanks to one of the great promoters.
What was the title of the first album?
That was it, Davi Sings Sinatra, On the Road to Romance.
This is the very first album. So it went to number 6?
6 Billboard Jazz, thanks to a great promoter, Don Graham.
Donnie Graham.
Donnie Graham he absolutely did a tremendous job, and I remember when I first met him, he got excited about the album. And we did a ton of work promoting it. And
he's good, you know, but I think his wife does most of the work.
Does she?
Robin. I think she's. I'm just kidding, Don. But I mean, seriously. I mean, and when we talk about a promotion guy, this is the guy that goes out and gets people to play. It's very hard to do that now because there's not a lot of radio play for adult standards and jazz anymore. It's all, you know, you got to get stuff on Pandora and all this other kind of stuff. So for you to go number 6 is that tells you, first off, the quality of the work, and people have to be able to hear it.
And they're playing me on Seriously Sinatra, and I did playing favorites for them. This gentleman recently came to my show in December and left me one of the most amazing tributes you can feedbacks that you can on his Facebook page. And
tell us about this guy.
Well, this is Quincy Jones, and you know, he had a tremendous relationship with Sinatra from the 50s, from the late 50s onward.
Does he comment? Now, here's another question for you. Does Quincy Jones, when you're with him, do you say, "Hey, what do you think about this stuff?" And wonder what you're going to get back?
No, I left it. He showed up unannounced to me. He brought 14 people. They told me that evening. By the way, Quincy Jones is coming. Really?
Jeez.
So
what does that do to you when you think about that? Just you got some guy like Quincy Jones going to be listening to.
I was very excited because I've been getting good response, tremendous response. Right. I headlined the Venetian in Vegas and other shows. Then I've gotten great, even Irvin Drake, who wrote "It Was a Very Good Year," came to one of my shows in New York and left me an amazing comment. And Quincy did the same. He was very moved by the evening. He said to me it was one of the best nights he had in years. And then he left. I'm going to look for this here, where he left this on his Facebook page, which was quite.
So he posted on your Facebook. So the thing to me is we can hear it in listening to the actual CD that you're having fun. It's like
I love it.
You know, it's what I call a great singer because I grew up as a kid listening to the Sinatras and the Perry Comos and the people that just sang, and it wasn't like an effort, and it just kind of came out, and it was so smooth, and the phrasing was there, and so you have that same quality that just kind of it flows, and your voice becomes almost like one of the instruments, and that to me is part of what puts you on that jazz chart because that's what it is.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. Yeah, and I just love it, and I feel I've been let out of prison. You know, I should have gone to prison when I did that story in Brazil that I told you about.
We're going to get to that story. Tell us about this picture that we're holding up here on YouTube.
Well, this is from one of my shows, and that's a quote that Quincy Jones left on his Facebook page.
What does he say? Page. Paraphrase it for our radio.
Well, I don't want to do that because it's immodest of me to say that. So, I mean, it would be, but he was very, very moved, and basically, as what people are saying.
He says, as FS, Frank Sinatra would say, "Cuckoo, wow, I have never heard anyone come this close to Sinatra's sound and still be himself. Many try, but Robert Davi has the voice, tone, the flavor, and the swagger. What a surprise."
Yeah.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
It's good stuff.
So that's a good stuff. People can get the album at Amazon, iTunes.
Amazon, iTunes. You got
Barnes
a concert coming up too, don't you? You're going to be performing live. Tell us about that.
Yeah, Mike. That's March 23rd at Redondo Beach Performing Arts Center.
So March 23rd at the Redondo Beach
Performing Arts Center.
I've been to that place. That's a nice building.
It's a nice venue.
Yeah.
And then March 29th at the Ridgefield, Connecticut Performing Arts Center in Ridgefield, Connecticut.
Ridgefield, Connecticut, Performing Arts Center in Ridgefield, Connecticut. How often do you get on the road and do a music show?
Well, I'm in between a couple of films as well. I was filming
juggle this, right?
Last night. I was filming till about 10 o'clock at night.
What are you working on? What movie are you working on?
Well, I have a film. Well, I have two films coming out. One called The Iceman comes out in May with Michael Shannon, James Franco, Chris Evans, Ray Liotta, myself.
Ray Liotta, man, he's nuts. That guy.
He's a great actor.
Yeah, he's
great. He's a good.
But he looks like he could kill a bunch of people immediately.
Hey, people say that about me, but when they meet me, you know what I mean.
You're the same way. You have that quality. People could, and we're going to get back to that story in a second. Okay, so the Iceman's coming out when?
May 3rd. And then June, July, the Bronx Bull will be coming out, which is a prequel sequel to the Raging Bull film with a great cast. It's a terrific film. And then I've just finished a movie called Lost Time, one called Redemption of Blood, and Spreading Darkness. So I got three other things that I just finished. And so in between
so we got the Iceman, Spreading Darkness, and what's the other one?
Well, the Iceman and the Bronx Bull come out in June and July. May, June, July, around that time.
Jeez.
But Spreading Darkness isn't finished
You
yet.
work more than William Shatner, I'm telling you right now. You got stuff going on all the time here. This is good stuff. Okay, Robert Davi is here with us. We're going to hear more from the album. We're going to get back to the story. We still got him stuck in Brazil going through some gates where the boss wants to talk to him. We'll kind of paraphrase that in case you joined us here late on the show. The CD is called Davi Sings Sinatra, On the Road to Romance. Available where? At
Amazon, iTunes. They can go to DaviSingsSinatra.com. D-A-V-I. D-A-V as in Victor I. Some people have trouble with that name, but it's you can go there and find out about the album.
Like that. D-A-V as in Victor I. We'll continue. I'm Michael Horn with Robert Davi.
Are you an inventor, or do you know an inventor who would like to attempt to have an invention or idea patented and submitted to industry? For free information on how to proceed, phone toll-free, 1-800-557-8494. InventHelp, America's largest invention company, has inventors' information you can have for free. Record your invention's date of origination, plus get an informative brochure and other material of interest to new inventors from the company whose patent referrals have helped secure more than 7,000 patents. Learn how to get your free information by dialing 1-800-557-8494. Even if you only have an idea for improving an existing product and don't know where to go with it, you'll want this free inventor's information. It shows how InventHelp may assist you in trying to patent your invention and submit it to industry. It's a free call, so dial now, 1-800-557-8494. That's 1-800-557-8494. Again, 1-800-557-8494.
Attention business owners, if your company is having trouble paying its bills, there are many ways your creditors can hurt you. They start by calling you at work, then at home. Then they call other family members that guaranteed payment. They can sue you, take your assets, freeze your bank accounts, and threaten your very way of life. If you don't handle these matters properly, you could lose everything. The good news is that you don't have to live like this anymore. Corporate Turnaround has helped thousands of small business owners reduce their debts and buy them the time they needed to pay their creditors. Rated A+ by the Better Business Bureau, Corporate Turnaround will immediately go to work handling your most difficult debts and keep your creditors from putting you out of business. The call is free and so is our consultation. That's right, we'll provide you with expert advice right now absolutely for free as part of this special radio promotion. Visit us now at profitfromdebt.com or call 1-800-505-3894, 1-800-505-3894, 1-800-505-3894.
Whether it's a serious fall, fire danger, or other type of home emergency, Life Alert is there for you. The company with its slogan, "Help, I've fallen and I can't get up," protects its members. Here are some of them.
When you have a heart attack like I did and there's no one there, Life Alert was there for me.
Having a secure feeling through Life Alert is ideal.
My independence is possible because of it.
Now, Life Alert can also protect you in a fire emergency with a system that automatically notifies our monitoring center.
Thanks to Life Alert, you can live alone without ever being alone.
For a free Life Alert brochure, call 1-800-814-4041. That's 1-800-814-4041. Call now, 1-800-814-4041. For a free brochure, call 1-800-814-4041. 1-800-814-4041.
somebody loves you, it's no good unless he loves you all the way. Happy to be near you when you need someone to cheer you all the way. Taller than the tallest tree is, that's how it's got to feel. Deeper than the deep blue sea is, that's how deep it goes if it's real. When somebody needs you, it's no good unless she needs you all the way. Through the good and lean years, and for all those in between years, come what may. Who knows where the road will lead us? Only a fool would say. But if you let me love you, it's for sure I'm gonna love you all the way. All the way.
Welcome back here to the PM Show, special edition today. I'm Michael Horn with Robert Davi. Hey, you've seen him in Showgirls and Die Hard and The Goonies and the Bond movie License to Kill, and in so many TV shows starring with Brando, Clint Eastwood, Catherine Zeta-Jones, Bruce Willis, so many. I'm telling you, he is the singer extraordinaire here doing his new CD, Davi Sings Sinatra. That's D-A-V as in Victor, I, On the Road to Romance. Great stuff, Robert. That's just, I'm telling you, part of the music. The charts here on this, are these original Sinatra?
All original. No. These are all my original
These
charts.
are your original charts.
Yeah, what
so
I
you
wanted,
interpreted these songs.
Yeah, what I wanted
Great.
was a guy, I got when I did my film The Dukes that I told you about,
Right.
the composer of the music there, who did a Nino Rota-esque kind of score that I wanted. Nick had done a lot of writing for Nancy Wilson. And I said to Nick, I wanted to do this album. I says, I want to pay tribute to the music, which I think is now the Shakespeare of America. It's the golden age of American music, this music. It's what made the world fall in love with our country.
I agree.
And it's what made us fall in love with each other.
I agree.
Hence the title, On the Road to Romance, because I feel during this divisive political climate, and also in the cultural climate being dissipated, I wanted to bring back what this music really means, and also start to talk to people about making it a class, a necessary class, in high schools. So,
Boy, would that be something?
Yeah.
That might be an
required.
education in high school.
Yeah, because you got to realize,
let's do some American cultural studies. We got every other cultural study.
We got every. How about this?
some American musical culture?
You know, because it comes from the struggle of the black jazz and jump blues artists, the English, Irish, Scottish, Welsh immigrant population, German, that have been here since the Revolutionary War, and then a large part of the sons and daughters of Jewish immigrants. So this amalgam of cultural America made this great songbook that the world fell in love with, how we worked together on that.
You're so cultural. Are you going to help pick the next pope? Are you going to go to Italy?
I don't have that. Believe me,
Smoke signal's going to be coming out soon?
You know, they say habemos papam, but I'm a bit of a sinner, so.
Robert Davi is with us. It's the PM Show. We're in session, coming back with more straight ahead on CRN. Come to Angelo's and Vinci's Restaurante in Fullerton, California, celebrating 40 years of food, fun, and festivals. Dine amidst the masters in a festive theatrical Italian town square. Enjoy delicious hand-stuffed pastas, tortellini, fresh-baked breads, sauces of the freshest ingredients made from a private stock of Sicilian family recipes. Enjoy our bar and complete wine list and our 5 wines for $10 special. Sunday brunch, just $13.95. It includes champagne, an omelet bar, a wide range of entrees, and a chocolate fountain for dessert. Also enjoy our express Express lunch buffet, Monday through Friday, just $8.50. Come to Angelo's and Vinci's Restaurante at 550 North Harbor Boulevard in downtown Fullerton, California. Planning a party? Call Angelo's and Vinci's for your wedding reception, rehearsal dinner, bridal shower, or party. Free banquet facilities and a variety of menus and options are available. Call 714-879-4022. Visit us at angeloandvinci's.com, like us on Facebook, and don't forget the monsters in the wine cellar.
When you're running a facility, safety is key. That's why Grainger offers over 70,000 diverse safety products, and that number's growing. Everything from personal protection gear and safety signs to online safety training tools, all to help you reduce injuries and downtime and keep up with regulations. You might say safety's our middle name. Yep, Grainger, safety, Grainger. You get the idea. Cut back on costs and worries. Call clickgrainger.com or stop by a branch today. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Hi, I'm Dr. Bob Marshall, PhD. If you've ever had questions about your health, listen to Healthline Live now online at qnlabs.com every Monday through Saturday. I'll take your nutrition questions live during show hours and guide you the best I can on your path to great health. The key to great health is nutrition, and unfortunately, our food sources are not even close to what they used to be. Go to qnlabs.com and join me to learn about quantum nutrition. Ask your questions and get real answers. I'll give you the truth so you're empowered to make excellent nutrition and lifestyle choices. Remember, each day's show streams 24 hours until the next show, so you can listen at your convenience, from anywhere, anytime. If you miss a show, you can still find it archived on the website. So take advantage of this great opportunity to educate yourself and your family. That's Healthline Live every Monday through Saturday on qnlabs.com.
Called the Oprah of radio by her listeners, award-winning host Dr. Pat Baccili is blowing the doors off of traditional talk radio. Get ready for an energizing delivery and powerful interviews with leaders in the field of human potential. Dr. Pat's fresh, new perspective on living life full out has catapulted her show to the top of talk radio. Tune in and Dr. Pat will help you thrive instead of merely survive. Visit thedrpatshow.com.
Listen to Dr. Pat, 11 a.m. Pacific, 2 p.m. Eastern on CRN.
How old is the roof on your home? If it's over 15 years old, how much longer will it last before the leaks begin? Think about the damage. Then think about this. If it's time for a new roof, call Sears to get your roofing done right. And if you call Sears right now, you'll save $500. Just call 1-888-749-4455. Sears licensed, fully insured contractors install a variety of shingles and styles that are built for long-lasting performance. And you'll save $500 if you call right now. So call Sears for a free in-home consultation. That's 888-749-4455. Hurry, this offer ends soon. It's not available in all areas. Installation provided by Sears authorized licensed contractors. License information available upon request. So if you need a new roof, call Sears Roofing. Call right now and save $500. 888-749-4455. That's 1-888-749-4455.
Those fingers in my hair, that sly come hither stare, strips my conscience bare, it's witchcraft. And I've got no defense for it, the heat is too intense for it. What good would common sense for it do? 'Cause it's witchcraft, wicked witchcraft. And although I know it's strictly taboo, when you arouse the need in me, my heart says yes indeed in me. Proceed with what you're leading me to. It is such an ancient pitch, but one that I'd never switch. There ain't no nicer witch than you.
Back on the PM show, Robert Davi, actor, singer, radio star is with us. The new CD is Davi Sings Sinatra. That's D-A-V as in Victor, I. It's on the road to romance. So who does the arrangements on this?
Nick Tenbrook.
Tell me.
Nick Tenbrook, who I said did my film, The Dukes, the composition, and worked with Nancy Wilson. I said to Nick, I want to do this, my first few albums, couple of albums, as a Sinatra tribute because of his contribution, Picasso's contribution, not only to music, but to society. He came out against anti-Semitism, racial bigotry, his political journey, his humanitarian efforts, and remind the world of that aspect of his life. Because it's a one-man show, what I do. I talk about not only the composers and sing the songs, but I give anecdotes about film, anyway. So I said to Nick, I want to stay true to the tradition of it. And so make arrangements that aren't out of left field,
right,
but give the flavor, but still are my own original arrangements.
So you guys did the arrangements, own original arrangements. This stuff is there, and this is going to be what we're seeing on the 23rd of March. Is
23rd of March? Yeah, and I have so many more songs that
in Redondo Beach, California, and this is going to be at the Redondo Beach Center for Performing Arts, March 23rd at 8 p.m., and then in Ridgefield, Connecticut, March 29th at 8 p.m. at the Ridgefield Playhouse. Robert Davi singing Sinatra as he does. You have a great voice. You should do a radio show.
Well, I thought about that. It would be fun,
I think you'd be good.
To put the right thing, Mike,
Yeah. Now, let's get you back. It's the 50th anniversary of Bond, and you've done so many
James Bond.
Before we get back to that, by the way, my daughter will kill me if I don't mention about the Goonies. What was that like?
Was this your daughter, Jennifer?
Jennifer loves...
she just Facebooked me.
She did?
I wondered if that was...
She found out you were in the Goonies.
Lovely
that was one of
girl.
her all-time favorite films.
You know how many... what's great about doing the film, and also the... what separates... There's a couple of things that separate me from a lot of the singers, most of them. Sinatra was the only guy that if he said I was going to break your legs, you could believe him. I got that ability, baby.
I think you do.
You know what I
Robert.
mean? I got that edge going on.
We kind of
so it's
nice
it's not just the poetry and the
Plus
romance.
you got Don Graham to back you up with that baseball bat he carries with him.
I know. So, but it's the film career and the acting chops that let me interpret a little deeper and differently, not taking away from anybody else. Then a film like Goonies, which is a classic, that your daughter, how old is Jennifer?
Jennifer is
okay. She's
Come on,
she's a young girl.
She's a lovely,
she looks like she's in her
woman.
20 years old. You know what I mean?
She's 20 years old.
She looks like she's in her early 20s. So, but I get a lot of fans at my shows that are very, they're in their 20s.
Because of that.
Because of the film
Because
career.
it goes through generations. I would think a lot of young people, not really understanding Sinatra, pick this up and go like, well, there's something great. This is great arrangements. I mean, this is you sit around with your number one sweetie or something and you listen to his music. This is a good night.
Yeah. Bill Boggs, who gave the longest live interview on television with Sinatra, gave me a tremendous comment after he read that album.
What did he say?
Come on.
Come on.
Basically, he said it's the first time he's heard an album that he didn't want to put Sinatra on right away to listen to the same songs.
And that's what I'm telling you right now.
You know what I mean? So he said that.
It's a tribute, but it's different and it's right spot on. So I'll tell you that. Now, Bond movie. Okay, so here's the thing. The Academy Awards coming out, and I'm hearing that they're supposed to have all the Bonds are supposed to show up at the Academy Awards, and they don't. And then I think they should put all the villains up there, and I think they did. They had this woman from the White House who I think took all the Bonds and locked them up somewhere in the Lincoln bedroom or something. And so this was you were in the License to Kill, and you said, and you were the big drug guy, and we were talking about this at the beginning. That this was the first time they were talking about Sanchez being the drug dealer. And so I'm asking if people really came up to you, and you said yes. These guys in Brazil came up to you, and can you have dinner with my boss? And then what happens?
And they take me into the jungle, and these gates open up that have all this shrubbery and trees that you would never suspect. An upshot of it is I wound up meeting Pablo Escobar.
Wow.
Who I was playing in the film. And he said to me at the time, he said he loved the film. Because the film just came out in Brazil at the time. And I guess he hid out there and had other places he would travel to. And he told me a couple of stories. He says, what you should have had in the film. He says, he gave me one story that was very interesting. He said, in Colombia, he says, there was a discotheque I wanted to buy. He says, this would be interesting in the film. And he told me about this discotheque, and they wouldn't sell it to him. This was early in his rise to power.
Right.
So a few years later, he got a lot of money, and he built the exact same kind of discotheque across the street.
From the other one.
From the other one, and didn't charge anyone. and put the other one out of business. He says, now this is my mentality. This is what would be interesting, blah, 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 blah.
Wow.
So when I say, remember, you're only president for life and License to Kill,
Well,
that's what's happening in Mexico
is
now.
there one film project you did that just sticks out in your mind as the one that you're, most proud of? You've done so many great things.
Haven't done it yet.
You haven't? See, that's a good attitude.
I just wrote a new film.
That keeps you going, doesn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
You read another film and what?
Yeah, I wrote another film. Well, it's dealing with this music that I'm hoping Mark Canton, Variety, Hollywood Reporter made an announcement. Mark Canton optioned it, and I'm hoping that I can get that done in the next year or so. And it's a terrific piece that not only deals with this music, but it deals with people and there's tons of them out there that are watching television, watching performers, or anything that you've had a dream in your life, and were afraid to maybe tackle that or thought maybe it was too late. And
too late in your life? Yeah.
Too late in your life. And this says it's never too late.
No.
And so it appeals to the dreamer and somebody wanting to it's very, I don't want to go into the plot because there'll be 5 other scripts with it if I say what the line is. But it's a very heartfelt, and again, it celebrates this music.
How many weeks throughout the year do you work? Are you pretty much working every week? We're just taking a little vacation?
No, I get plenty. I work every day at the music.
Right, every day at the music.
And I feel like I've been let out of prison.
Do you like sing every day or something?
Oh, every day. Every day I'm working on the music because.
So that's a real passion of yours.
It's the biggest passion. I feel I've been let out of prison. I love acting, but the singing is really who I am.
Well, we're going to put you back in the box and bring you out here in just a couple of minutes if you stay straight ahead. Another song coming up from Robert Davi on the PM show from CRN. CRN travelers, relax at the beautiful Fountain Grove Inn and Conference Center in Santa Rosa, California. Come to quality and come to luxury. Experience the newly renovated guest rooms. They're generously sized and they're decorated in the Tuscan tradition. They have great, incredible pillow-top mattresses, luxurious linens, and down-filled comforters. The Fountain Grove Inn also offers complimentary Wi-Fi and internet access. There's warm cookies and coffee every evening in the hotel lobby, and you can visit the newly remodeled Equus Restaurant and Equus Lounge with its new wine bar. It's the ideal place to relax and enjoy a glass of wine and watch our What's Cooking on Wine show on CRN with host Larry Van Alst on Wednesdays. It's the Fountain Grove Inn, Hotel, and Conference Center located in the heart of Sonoma wine country. It's easily located in Santa Rosa off the 101 Fountain Grove Parkway exit. Call 707-578-6101. That's 707-578-6101 or visit fountaingrovinn.com.
You order a glass of your favorite Cabernet, fresh asparagus, hollandaise on the side, a filet, medium rare. You unfurl your napkin with a flair, close your eyes, and prepare to listen. Ah, there it is. The sweet music you long to hear. The sizzle. The sizzle of a Ruth's Chris steak.
The most magnificent corn-fed prime beef, broiled to perfection at 1800 degrees. Some call it a sizzle. We call it an anthem.
As the waiter approaches, you think, is this one mine or that one?
Ruth's Chris Steakhouse. Like Ruth always said, life's too short to eat anywhere else.
Make a reservation online at ruthschris.com or by calling 800-544-0808.
Summer wind came blowing in from across the sea. It lingered there to touch your hair and walk with me. All summer long we sang a song and then we strolled that golden sand. Two sweethearts and the summer wind. Like painted kites, those days and nights, they went flying by. The world was new,
beneath the blue umbrella sky. Then softer than the piper man, one day it called to you. I lost you to the summer wind.
He ain't losing me to the summer wind, I'll tell you that. Robert Davi, the CD is out. It's called Davi Sings Sinatra, D-A-V as in Victor I. And it's called On the Road to Romance. Available where?
Amazon, iTunes, Barnes & Noble, Target, wherever music is sold.
You know, I've been over to the Capitol Tower in Hollywood, California, where Dean Martin recorded and Frank Sinatra recorded. Where'd you do this album?
Capitol Records.
You're kidding
Capitol
me.
Studios. We did it in Studio A and Studio B. 30-piece orchestra, best guys in town, musicians in town. Phil Ramone produced it, who produced duets. Tony Bennett, Sinatra, Barbra Streisand, Billy Joel. I mean, Phil Ramone's one of the legend record producers. Al Schmidt, another legend, mixed the record. And Dan Wallen, another guy, was the engineer.
You say you work on your music every day. You like writing some stuff, or you just humming, singing? What are you doing?
Singing songs.
So you
learning
sing some songs
repertoire.
every day at the house.
Well,
or
also vocalize. Yeah,
Vocalizing.
exercise every day.
What is it like?
I rehearse twice a week with my band, with my rhythm section.
Where do you do the rehearsals?
Randy Waldman's my musical director, who's Barbra Streisand's musical director, who did all the music actually for the Academy Awards.
So
do you know they
Randy's
did that?
the guy my girlfriend Cynthia's talking about him. He was the guy conducting the orchestra at the over at the Capitol Tower, right?
Yes.
This guy's a stellar star, wonder man.
Yeah, the pianist.
So what is this? So what is it like when you rehearse or when you're singing at the house and then you get into a place, for all of us that maybe have thought about this dream, you get into a place like Capitol Records. All these musicians are there, and that band just wellows up and starts to play, and you're going to sing. What is that like? What's the feeling? How do you describe that?
There is no better feeling, you know, and also...
Is there like a hair-raising experience on the back of your neck or something, and you just feel this power with the music with you? And
Well, I did live performances with the 55-piece orchestra as well. And what I have to say is Gustav Mahler said that music is the closest thing to the absolute. So that when you hear the music, it not only opens your heart and soul, the communication of it is not ego fulfilling. There's something
healing about it, isn't it?
Yes, something
There's
that's
pieces on the news I've seen where they go and they sing in Nashville. The singers come out and sing to people that are ill, and it's a healing process.
Yeah, there's that, but there's also the you know, it's being able to communicate with that music. I mean, imagine a wave, you know what I mean? Being able to ride a beautiful wave and have that you know, so you feel some of that music, you ride that. And unfortunately, I think I didn't see it, but someone told me that last night, instead of snapping on 2 and 4, the host was snapping on 1 and 3, which was a big faux pas.
You were watching that?
No, I didn't see it. Someone told me about it. Somebody messaged
Snapping
me.
the fingers on the wrong beats?
He was on 1 and 3 instead of 2 and 4.
That's something I did not pick up. Okay, so
yeah,
we talked about you working with Sinatra. What's it like when you get, you know, you audition, you get this, and you become, in a very limited class, one of the, and as a matter of fact, I think you're like the number 1 or 2 James Bond villains of all time. What is that like when you're on that set? Do you like pinch yourself or something and say, I'm doing this? Or do you become like Daniel Day-Lewis or something and start becoming that character? What do you do?
I live
You're
the
that kind of, you live it?
Yeah, you play. I trained with Stella Adler in New York. I'm a member of the Actors Studio with Strasberg.
Franz, you become the drug dealer.
That's right. I was like an incorrigible person. I mean,
really,
at that time. I mean, I stayed in the accent. We filmed in. I was fun to be around because you know, that guy had cojones that clanked when he walked.
So
you know
that was
what I mean?
fun for you.
So
right?
it was fun. Absolutely.
Did you walk into a restaurant in that character?
I had to be.
Stuff?
Yeah. Well, you know what? There's always a subtle thing going on. So if you're not treated the way you feel that character should be treated, there's a little.
Really?
Oh yeah. There's a schizophrenic thing that happens.
You got to be a little nuts to be an actor, don't you?
You got to be. You know what? I think in life we should all expose our own nuttiness.
You have to.
Yeah, because you know
it kind of lets go. It's cleansing too, because you let go and you can get rid of your problems for the time and become this person, right?
You know, one of the things, Mike, again with the music and with wanting to put it in high schools, one of the issues I have is putting the arts back in school. because it's a
but in the
pressure
right way,
release.
like you're talking about, with education, so they understand it.
They used to have the arts in school, and I think instead of these video games and these violence that this youth has today, if there was more art and music taught in the schools again, that there would be an outlet of expression. These kids don't know how to express themselves.
Don't you feel that the video games, they talk about gun control and all this, and you can be on one side or the other.
It's the
video games.
culture.
What's the difference between doing this and getting the real gun and blowing people away?
It's the violent culture that gives them a
violence.
sense of detachment from the experience of absolutely maybe killing something.
When I was a kid, I played the violin. Everybody took up an instrument, and I was in the orchestra, and you sang. That doesn't happen now.
Yeah, well, they're not allowed because we don't have the... That's what they should be. The soul of our nation has been slowly chipped away at.
I agree with you, and we're going to chip back to one more song from you. Robert Davi is with us on the PM Show. I'm Michael Horn. It's CRN.
Jay Farner here from Quicken Loans. We get a lot of tweets from folks that sound just like this. Jay, I bought my home in 2007. Since then, it's gone down in value. Now I owe more on my mortgage than my home is worth. Can I refinance? The answer may very well be yes. Recently, the government announced changes that may allow folks to refinance even if their home has lost value. For example, if you owe $300,000 on your mortgage, but your home's only worth $150,000, Quicken Loans may still be able to help you. Or if your current mortgage rate is higher than 3.99%, you've got to give us a call today at 800-QUICKEN. And for 3 years in a row now, J.D. Power & Associates has ranked Quicken Loans highest in the nation in customer satisfaction for primary mortgage origination. So, if your current mortgage is higher than 3.99%, or if you owe more than your home is worth, call Quicken Loans today at 800-QUICKEN or go to QuickenLoans.com.
For J.D. Power & Associates award information, visit jdpower.com. Important terms and conditions apply. Calls for cost information. Equal housing lender. Licensed in all 50 states. NMLS number 3030.
CRN listeners, keep up to date with all the latest food, wine, restaurant, and travel news on the What's Cooking Show. We'll talk to celebrity chefs, restaurateurs, travel experts, winemakers, and so much more. Catch recipes, travel deals, and the who's who for all you foodies out there. Tune in live Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. Eastern, 8 a.m. Pacific, and video streaming live at crntalk.com. That's the What's Cooking Show. You won't want to miss it.
Homeowners, in today's world, no neighborhood is immune from burglaries. So call Protect Your Home, your authorized ADT dealer, and get a free security system with free activation and free hardware. You pay just a $99 installation fee and monitoring services. Call right now. You'll also get 6 door and window sensors for free. Call right now. 1-866-669-8954. That's 866-669-8954. $99 installation charge, 36-month monitoring agreement at $36.99 a month. For new homeowner customers with satisfactory credit history only. Certain restrictions may apply and it cannot be combined with any other offer. The total package includes 6 door and window sensors. Get a free home security system with free activation and free hardware. Call now, 866-669-8954. That's toll free, 866-669-8954. Located just 30 minutes from Los Angeles, Malibu Wine's Tasting Room invites you to taste from a selection of award-winning wines harvested and produced from local estate vineyards. Nestled high above the Malibu coastline, Malibu Wine's Tasting Room is the cozy and chic destination favored by wine lovers. Our friendly, knowledgeable staff will work to ensure that you have an unforgettable afternoon. Remember, Malibu Wine's Tasting Room is a great place for parties, meetings, or private events. For more information, go to www.malibuwine.com. That's malibuwine.com or 818-865-0605.
Out of the tree of life, I just picked me a plum. You came along and everything started into hum. Still, it's a real good bet, the best is yet to come. The best is yet to come, and babe, won't it be fine? You think you've seen the sun, but you ain't seen it shine. Wait till the warm-up's underway. Wait till our lips, they have met. Wait till you see that sunshine day. You ain't seen nothing yet. The best is yet to come, and babe, won't it be fine? best is yet to come. Come the day you're mine.
Our guest, Robert Davi, Sing Sinatra. That's the CD. Davi, Sing Sinatra. D-A-V as in Victor I. By the way, it's not on Victor. What's the album that this is on? What's the label?
That was Universal and Fontana. And it's another long story. Bob Cavallo at Disney, who used to be the chairman of Disney Music.
Right.
I went to him one time, I said, a couple of years ago, and I said, I want to go back to singing. Who do I study with? He said, Gary Katona. And Gary's a great vocal builder, and I had already had an operatic voice, but I worked with Gary seriously every day for three and a half years, getting the tone I wanted, getting the muscles going. Right. And he's, I think, the best there is in the world today, from Whitney Houston to Bocelli to everybody. So I worked with him. Then I did a demo of 4 songs, took it to Bob Cavallo. He goes, "You want the truth?" I go, "Yeah." So he then called his marketing guy down and said, they listened to it. They says, after 30 seconds, he said, "Let's do it." So they put me in touch with Jim Urey and the heads of Universal and Ron Spalding. A couple of labels wanted the record, and Bob Cavallo said to me, he says, "What?" He says, "I'm going to make them give you your own label." He says, "Because here's what's going to happen. You'll own the music. You'll be able to do this. You'll have a deal like Sinatra had at Capitol or at Reprise years ago." So I'm building this label, and with the help of Mr. Graham.
Don Graham's going to do. We got some big plans for you,
Sunline
Robert.
Records and Universal.
This is, gotta love this. Now, this CD, Davi Sing Sinatra, On the Road to Romance, is available where?
You can get it at Amazon, iTunes, Barnes & Noble, Target, a lot of CW stores.
So we can download this.
You can download it on iTunes. Yeah, you can get the physical one at Amazon. You can go to DaviSingSinatra.com to find out about the concerts. You
So
can also
that's the website, DaviSingsSinatra.com. And the concert, March 23rd, 8 p.m. in Redondo Beach, California, at the Redondo Beach Center for the Performing Arts. And then on March 29th at 8 p.m. in Ridgefield, Connecticut, at the Ridgefield Playhouse. Now, do you have a regular website yourself with everything on there?
That's it. DaviSingSinatra.com.
DaviSingSinatra.com.
www, I think, and then DAVI Sing Sinatra.
And the movies that we're looking for, The Iceman is coming out.
Iceman comes out in May. The Bronx Bull comes out in July, June.
What is The Bronx Bull about?
It's a sequel to The Raging Bull.
I like this.
And,
I like it. It's good.
It's a pretty interesting. It's a terrific film, and Jake LaMotta was involved. And what I say it is where The Raging Bull was black and white. This is the color aspect of the guy's life. There are tones that you didn't
So you get the other tones.
You get
and what's
the
the
other
third movie coming out?
Well, we don't have dates on that yet, but I've done 3 films that are in the process of filming and in the can.
You coming back soon?
I would love to if you'd have me. Sure.
You are welcome anytime, Robert Dow.
Thank you.
Wouldn't
Michael.
cross you anyway because Franz Sanchez might go ahead and get me here.
Launder it.
Timothy Dalton's waiting for you outside the door, by the way.
He's a good guy, Timmy.
Hey, thanks to Donnie Graham, and thanks to our good friend
Radio Jack
for putting it together. Thanks to Tomas, and to our executive producer Courtney Kaderi. Thank you for listening. Check it out. Links will be at our website, crntalk.com. I'm Michael Horn. Have a great night. Thanks to Robert Davi. You're the best.
Thank
buddy.
you, Michael.